further ado, Acting Governor Tenorio.
Thank you, Troy. Good morning, everyone. I appreciate your being here. I appreciate all the support. Our friends and our family in the Philippines are suffering a lot, and the people of Guam cares for them, and we're going to be there for them. We're going to make sure that we get everything we can to the people who are suffering from this catastrophe that's occurred from our kababayans in the Philippines. The government of Guam has Operation Guam Cares, and we're going to see it through. The suffering that has happened essentially requires us to roll up our sleeve and ultimately open up our hearts and our wallets to the people of the Philippines to try to assist them. So as part of this effort, we're going to be doing a number of different things. We're going to be doing a GovGuam Family Pledge, and the GovGuam Family Pledge is basically the government of Guam, every agency, whether you're a line, autonomous, it doesn't really matter. We're asking every employee of the government of Guam to assist in making donation of some sort. The agencies I met with yesterday in our cabinet meeting, I asked them to basically circulate a form and ask for their employees, and again, it doesn't matter whether classified or unclassified. We're asking every single government of Guam member of this family to assist our people that are suffering. And let's face it, the Filipinos have touched every life, every village, every business in this community, so we're asking the employees to do the same thing. This Friday between 4 and 6 p.m. we're going to be doing a boot drive at the intersection of the Micronesia Mall and the ITC intersection. We'll be asking the public safety officers to assist, but we're also going to have a lot of employees that want to assist between 4 and 6 on the intersections, on the corners that you find, and we'll have the firemen, the police officers, and other law enforcement circulating the boot to the people basically in traffic, asking them to support. So that will be in addition to what's happening. We're also going to be organizing another fundraiser, and details will be coming. I think there's anything from a penny drive to other efforts to try to assist in this endeavor. The Guamanians and the business community are being asked personally by the governor and myself to take on a similar thing within their individual businesses. It doesn't matter how big or how small, every person can make a difference. You can donate a quarter, you can donate $20,000. Everything that you donate will go to the cause and assisting the people who are suffering right now. Some who don't have homes, they've lost their families, they don't have food, they don't have water. So this is a time for us to really show that we care and to be there for our community, be for the people who have always been here for us. We've suffered through many catastrophes, and we've always bounced back. So has the Filipino people, but we all need help, and I think that's what we're here to do. So as a consequence of this effort, we are going to be raising, I think, a record amount of money and support, not just in money, but also clothing and medicines and all kinds of things that will go a long way for our people. We have assembled here many of the people in the business and the government that are part of this effort, who are all pillars within the community and all have a very strong affinity to the Filipino community here on Guam and to those in the Philippines itself. At this point, I'd like to turn over to Roy Adenay and to talk about the efforts that he's undertaking as well.
Well, the Filipino community of Guam has actually been very responsive to our brothers and sisters in the Philippines. One of which is that, you know, the best thing that Guam could actually do is pray for our brothers and sisters in there. We started off with a prayer mass last Friday to pray for the well-being and safety of our kababayans in the Philippines. We then actually waited for what happened in the Philippines and right away put together an action committee comprised with the Governor's Office, the Filipino Community of Guam, the Filipino Consulate Office, the Judah Foundation, and the discussion certainly with the American Red Cross here on Guam. The Filipino community have actually knocked on people's doors and people's heart to be able to assist us with the many efforts that we are actually undertaking. We are focusing primarily on the medical needs of the community in there because we know for the fact that the medical needs is actually going to be in a long-term basis in there. We partnered up with other entities, especially with the Judah Foundation and MedShare in the States, to multiply the donations that we have over here in Guam. We've actually been successful on collecting funds to be able to send 4 40-footer containers of medical supply in the Philippines in collaboration with all the other organizations. There are many plans as to what are those activities yet to be done in order to raise funds. People have approached me and said that they wanted to do a golf tournament. There are people who wanted to do some fun run. There are people who wanted to do a mini concert. And many people are just like calling us endlessly and saying that we have $10 here, we have $50 here. My daughter wanted to donate her savings, her actually allowance for the week for the effort. So we're very much thankful for those particular endeavors and efforts by the people of Guam.
On behalf of the Philippine Consulate General as well as our poor victims in the Philippines, I would like to, no, just saying thank you, I must say, is not really enough to convey our appreciation and gratitude to all of you, especially to the government of Guam here. The support and prayers are indeed overwhelming from all corners of the world, and we really are very happy and very thankful for all these gestures of support to our country and to our kababayans.
We have a number of different major donors that are here, and I'd like to first recognize and ask former Governor Paul Calvo, and all the Calvo representatives to come up here, as well as the other donors that are, if there are any others that are in the room. They've donated the single biggest contribution to date, which is $25,000. So, gentlemen, ladies, would you please come up? So the Calvo family has donated $25,000, and they have been very generous in every event that we've had when it comes to philanthropic activities. And I'd like to ask whoever would like to speak at this point. Go ahead.
I think that something like this, the donors is primarily the Calvo Enterprises, which is really Calvo's insurance, and that we've celebrated 75 years of existence, and frankly speaking, also I'd just like to say before I think my son Paul and the rest can say a few words, but practically everybody here in Guam, we are one of them, that are not only neighbors to the Philippines, our ancestors, our Felix de Noriega, married to an Olivares. That's how we came about. So I turn it over to my son.
Okay.
Hello. Yes. As soon as we began to understand the magnitude of the devastation in the Philippines, I mean, we knew we needed to huddle together and see what method we can to help. And so I believe it was on Saturday where we made that pledge that we're going to donate $25,000 towards the effort. I mean, we've all been through this here on Guam, and the good Lord has blessed us. So it is almost 11 years. It's coming December 8th since we've had a typhoon of our own visiting our shores. So we know too well what they're going through. And so to help our brothers and sisters over in the Philippines, that's what we pledged, $25,000. And we realize it may be it's a small amount compared to what they really need, but hopefully it starts the trend and everybody will pay it forward.